Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our lectures on simulation, IMSE 643. We continue our lectures on Chapter 6, Memory Assembly, 6.2 section. And we continue to this section with dealing with, we're trying to introduce some of the animation process. So we're trying to animate the parts, actually the chips get on the assembly circuit board and show you visually how they transfer. So what do is we import the symbol directly from, I downloaded from Google Sketch, okay, and make it probably a little bit more larger. Okay, so kind of higher as well. Okay, so this is pretty much what we have. Oh, it's a little bit too large. That's okay. I'm going to shrink it. Okay, so shrink it to the proper size for animation. And also for the chips, we're going to do the similar thing. Import the chip directly. Okay, this is it. And I'm going to set it as a chip. And in this case, we're trying to size the chip actually fit on the board. So let's bring it over here. So we kind of size it. Oh, okay. Maybe good enough. Just okay. So the chip will kind of in the relative size to the circuit board, but we put it back in. And also we have two different chips, the same thing. I'm going to apply the same. Sorry, go back to the model. For the first one, I'm going to also apply. Okay, so actually you can see here I have two different chips. I'm going to color the second chip with the red like before. Okay, so if I animate it like this, so let's take a look, do it a little bit faster. So they coming in as a they're coming in as the chips and circuit board, but they go now just like a circuit board. But I want to see if the chips actually correctly located on the board. So how do I do that? So I'm trying to see the chips appear on top of the board. Need to do a little bit more. Right, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit to the board right here. Click on the board. I'm going to choose symbol, draw detach queue. Okay, remember this, the batch member queue on top of the this entity. So right now I'm going to just, okay, so I draw a so-called batch member queue. Okay, I'm going to make sure this is running properly. Let me see. I'm going to try it a couple of times. So you see that actually the board, the memory chips is already on the board, and you can see that. But the thing is, actually, it's not really lined up with the board in the center of the board. So I need to readjust the location of that, the location of the chip to start with. a little bit to the center to do one more time. And this is easier to see in the 3D model. So I'm going to press number 3 key. And so it shows to that. And I'm going to press Shift key and elevate the Q a little bit higher so it's visible. And press 2 key again back to 2 dimension. And I'm going to line up this thing, starting to line up. So the chips actually go on beginning here and all the way lined up over there. So kind of what I want. Let's run this again. So now you see they are lining up on top of the a circuit board. And also so this is looking slightly better. Okay, and you can see that, which they have black chips and red chips. And also I would like to do is, after the packaging, I want to change their format. So for example, after packaging, I want them to see as a higher boxes, change the height of the animation. So let's do that and see how we do that. Go back to the 2D mode and choose one of them. Okay. I'm going to using a state assignment. Okay. So after processing or before exiting, I'm going to assign something called model entity dot size, size height. Okay, I'm going to do size. I'm going to change to 1.0 and 1.0. Let's do feet. Okay, so the height I'm going to hypothetically change to 1 feet height. Sorry, let's run that again. And using 3D mode to see. So you now see, come out of the Packer 1, I have the memory chips actually come out. It was like a packaged material, boxes. And I'm going to do the same for the rest of them. Do the stay assignment before exiting. Adding model entity size height. Okay. Equals to 1. Let's leave it to 1 meter so you can see. On this one, same thing for that one. Okay, let's do 5. 5 feet. All right. Go back to 3D mode, start running it. So you can see that it have different size after they got packing station done. And this is pretty much what we're trying to do this section. We come back to talk about other stuff in 6.3 and 6.4. All right.